Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan, Monday at 12 o'clock. I've got my Don't Panic cup today. A friend of mine gave me this. It's a nice big sturdy cup, and it reminds me not to panic in situations of pressure and when we're all under a lot of pressure this time of year, aren't we? So I'm waiting for some of you to come on here and maybe joining in with this conversation, because today it's all about Christmas emotions. Now, I know Christmas, our cat's trying to get over here. I know Christmas is a couple of weeks away. I'm just going to move that away. It's a couple of weeks away, but I thought there's so many of you that are so busy. I would just do this subject now, because next week after, we've all got loads of things to do. So, and I think perhaps we should kind of prepare for Christmas, you know, in a different way. Oh, hi, Kerry. It's lovely you've joined us. You're the first one to get a Happy Monday hug. So, Kerry, today we're talking about Christmas emotions, and how for Christmas is good for a lot of people, children, adults that enjoy lovely events at Christmas, don't they? Oh, thank you for the heart. Thank you. Oh, and Julie's here as well. Oh, happy Monday to you, Julie. So, yeah, it can be a very difficult time for a lot of people. Christmas can be full of fun and family things and, gatherings, community. I love community for Christmas. I just love it. I think it's lovely when everyone gets together and helps each other, and it's just a nice feeling. And it's good for your hormones too. It's good for your happiness hormones. But there are a lot of things that are not so good at Christmas, and it sort of makes the whole thing a lot worse. Whatever your feelings are on a negative level, it kind of expands that a little bit. It makes it so much more intense. So yeah, we can enjoy having a lovely family time if the family are all great. Most people have family issues. Some people are just, they're happy with some family, but not others. So, oh, hi, Dale. Thank you for joining us, darling. And Daniel, too. Yes, happy Monday to you. So, we have lots of lovely things at Christmas, but we also have a lot of pressure. We have financial pressure, we have social pressure, all sorts of things. And also, we have to acknowledge some of the sadder feelings of loss, etc. I've written a whole list here. But the reason why I'm doing this talk is because I want to support people and help you to support people who are not really happy at Christmas, because it shines a light on things we haven't got. You know, it would be perhaps a relationship, or perhaps we've lost somebody, you know. Oh, thanks, Dale. That's lovely. So perhaps a relationship, perhaps people we miss, perhaps, people that meant a lot to us aren't with us for some reason. And it's very important that we can support and nurture ourselves through those feelings at Christmas, you know. There's so many things that can be triggered. It's a trigger. Sadness, loss, missing people, memories, people, nostalgia. As my lovely daughter said, yes, nostalgia. People get very nostalgic at Christmas. Although that's good in some ways, when you've got your lovely feelings of what you have, you know, the memories that make you happy. But the ones that don't make you so happy, the feeling that you can't go back and sort them, and you're living in this moment now. You can be lonely in this moment, even if you're with a family. And I know a lot of my clients are with families this year, and they're not really happy about how they feel inside. They're having to sort of ignore those feelings, but they go inside, they upset your immune system, which is not good. So, but the feelings of, like, they try to hide their feelings, their sadness, their loss. So, I mean, not everybody feels that, but we've all got some tension around Christmas as well. I hope so-and-so gets on with that person, and I hope everyone's okay, and especially people that put an awful lot into making sure everyone else is okay. It's so easy to do that, and rewarding too. But how many of us at the end of Christmas Day or the next day go, oh, that feels better. No more packing, no more this to do, no more pressure, whatever, which is lovely, it's part of it. But for a lot of people, as I say, the hardship can be there. Financial hardship, all sorts of reasons. And we all want to be the best version of ourselves at Christmas. And sometimes we can't be. Some people are emotionally or physically unwell or mentally unwell, and they can't really enjoy Christmas. So it's good for us to support other people with that, and support ourselves, of course. Now, my Christmases, since I was a child, all my life, all my childhood, and most of my adult life too, in relationships, there was never, ever a a time to be happy at Christmas for me. I used to have lots of violence around me, and every single year there'd be tears, loads of issues. And I'm not a victim to those feelings, definitely not. I can use them. I can support myself. I can go back into my mind and heal myself with those situations, because now, right now, is where we have the power. And today we can choose to be happy. And this Christmas, we can choose to be peaceful inside ourselves. And when you're peaceful inside yourself, you are helping to bring peace into your life. You've got to develop it first and heal yourself. Hi Val, thank you for joining us. That's lovely that you're here. Yeah, a lot of people, I've got a board up here, I haven't looked at it. A lot of people, Christmas triggers them, you know, and they know that they've got to get over it. They've got to sort of put a smile on their face, but sometimes people are sad inside. So what can we do about it? We have to recognize it first, and we have to heal ourselves through those situations that we've been through, or the people we've lost, you know. And for people that are missing people, for some reason or another, they're not in your life, or you know, a lot of people miss their loving pets, and all sorts of, you know, hardship goes on in their heart, and it's not good for you. So one thing I thought might be good, and I've only just added this today, is to get yourself a little book, a gratitude book, and all the memories that made you happy could go in the book. So things, oh, here comes my lovely seagull. He always does it this time, doesn't he? He's bouncing about on the roof. So maybe get yourself a book, a little book of memories, or good things, things that make you smile. And think of all the people that you miss, but yes, think about what they gave you and how happy you are from those moments, and how honoured you were to be part of their life and theirs with you. How many things could you be grateful for today in what you have, not what you haven't got? That's a really good thing to be doing. Oh, Charlotte, you're here as well. Thank you for joining us. Happy Monday to you, darling. So what are we grateful for? You know, that's going to be very good for your immune system. But what you need to do is think about, well, not what you haven't got, but what you have, and we take for granted. And so some of us, I was always lonely. I was always, until a few years back, I hid my loneliness, but I was always a lonely person, remembering all the things I didn't have and the childhood I didn't have. And Christmas, it would always be the worst. But I can smile at that now. I can heal myself through those things. Feed my darling bird, says Adele. I will. I will. I actually have that ready, Del. That's my lovely daughter. You do nag me on here, don't you? I love you. So, okay, how can we do that? We need to nurture ourselves and yes, acknowledge those feelings, and then give ourselves that hug we need. I've got loads of talks to support this. Be aware that we need time to heal and opportunity in that Christmas time. You know, how can we love ourselves? How can we heal ourselves? We can be aware of our inner child still has feelings of loss, or etc., or unfair. This was unfair, or I lost it. As I say, lost in lots of areas actually. I have got a whole list, but whatever those negative feelings are, we have to then think about what we have got, not what we haven't got, and keep that little book and write more in it. Because you see, as you're writing the things to be grateful for, it could be, this part doesn't work everybody, but that bit does, and you can hear me and see me, and you know, you can see the birds if you're lucky. You know, it's those things that we take for granted. It might be a kind word from a stranger, or some family that you really love. So not focusing on the things you don't want is going to help your immune system. It's going to help you attract, by the law of attraction, more of things to be grateful for. And that's a really nice thing to have at Christmas, and it will promote a feeling of peace, and that's what you need. So where am I on my board here? Yes, we've acknowledged some of the things that trigger us, and most people listening to this will agree there are a lot of triggers, you know, and if you focus on them, the things that you didn't like at Christmas, then you are just going to feel more of it and attract more, by the law of attraction, more of those feelings around you. You'll see it everywhere. You'll hear about it, and you may even experience more of that. So if you can just take a deep breath and bring yourself back into yourself, and realize that your inner child needs that hug, you know, needs that nurturing. And I did a talk on this a little while ago that goes beautifully with this. So the tea with Nans I'm thinking about are Christmas lights. Now that's a really old talk. And if you go to YouTube, they're all on YouTube and they're on my website, nancyfinch.co.uk. So the Christmas lights is a really nice one, because as the lights are shining and the different colours come up, so I go through all the colours and what they could possibly mean to you and how they could make you feel better just by focusing on the colour, associating that colour as you breathe with a concept of feeling, to help undo some of the negative that we were just talking about. So that's quite a nice one. So Christmas lights is on the 20th of the 12th, 21. And that will help rebalance your chakras as well. And when those chakras, these lovely things here, now I've got a little diagram, when they're all open and they're flowing, then you feel better emotionally and physically, or that certainly helps to try to get that effect. Certainly those talks, the talks I give you now are aimed to help you on lots of levels. So we've got Christmas lights, we've got another one, it's okay not to be okay. On the 30th of the 8th, 22, it's another Tea with Nan, what we're doing today. It's okay not to be okay. You know, sometimes we judge ourselves, oh, I should be okay, just get over it. But that's hard. It's hard on yourself, and you should be compassionate and kind to you. So it's okay not to be okay. Gives you a chance to support yourself, another hug, you know. Another one I've got, supporting your inner child, 19th of the 12th, 22. Supporting your inner child just goes on a little bit more about how you might want to do that. Oh, hi, Annie. It's lovely you've joined us. Thank you, darling. Happy Monday. Another one you've got is nurture yourself, done just recently on the 16th of the 9th, 24. Now that's quite a nice one too, because it's just nurturing, you know, that electric blanket, the weighted blanket one of my clients got recently said it felt like she was being hugged as a child. That's a really nice thing. Simple things can help us, really can. So, and when we're doing this, when we're nurturing ourselves and we're perhaps mindful of this of Christmas emotions and using them as an awareness of how much we need to heal from whatever, or protect ourselves from feelings that aren't really good for you, you know, not good for us. So while you're doing that, you're helping your crown chakra, you're reforming the synapses in your mind to think of something positive. So this one here likes to open when you're doing that, and you're being positive, and that will help your body and mind. And another place where you'll just feel more grounded and peaceful. Now that affects both the crown and the heart chakra. So if you're breathing that feeling in of support to yourself for whatever lack, whatever feelings that are negative feelings that are affecting you and will be amplified at this time of year, this is how you can really help yourself heal. And this is what I've done. I've done it over the years, and now Christmas has no negative effects on me whatsoever. I just think I have what I have in the moment, and what I haven't got, I haven't got. I have to accept to bring peace, and peace is a really nice feeling. And then you spread that. You are peace. You're a person that gives that vibe out, and that acceptance, I say, is a way of doing it. So Wayne Dyer said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Lovely Wayne Dyer. He's no longer with us, but I look him up on YouTube. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. And it reminded me, when I heard that, of a talk I did on Nan Talks, I believe, in the blue section. That's if you go to my website, you've got a Chakra Man, blue section, throat chakra. I placed it in there, but you can find it on YouTube. So Pollyannas is about finding the positives from the negatives. You know, there are always positives over negatives. And if you change the way you look at something, you're no longer feeling a victim to it. You're no longer feeling that has control over your feelings and what you attract more of into your life. So if you look up the Pollyannas, it's on the 19th of the 4th, 21. So you'll find them, as I say, on my website and YouTube. 5 things that have come from that negative, or the loss, or the whatever. There's always a positive. And once you start thinking of the positives, that leads you into a better place of being. So whatever that is, there's always something good that can come from it, or how you've grown from it, or how you're not going to have that anymore. And it reminded me of a story I told a long time on here, of a lovely Christmas time a few years back. And there was a lovely shop assistant, and she was really, really sad. I could tell she was sad. And I said to her, are you looking forward to Christmas? And she said, no, I'm not. I said, why ever not? She said, well, circumstances have changed. And I could tell by the way she said it was a partner that had walked out on her, or she was going to be alone. And I just felt it from her. So I said, play the Pollyanna game. And I explained it right there and then. You know, so I said to her, well, I'm thinking it's someone that's not with you. Okay, let's think of 5 things that are good from that. Well, I said, you've got more time to spend with your family and friends because you haven't got someone else in your life. So she said, oh, yeah, I have, yeah. I said, you haven't got to spend time with his family if you didn't like his family or spend all your money on their family. Anyway, so she agreed with that. I said, it gives your mum a chance, if you're staying at home with her, a chance to be a mum again. So you're making her happy by asking her for help. And she said, that's true, I am. And so she could see that she was all these good things were coming from it. I said, oh, and you get time to spend on your own. And you know what you don't want. And now you know what you do want. Those 5 things, just random things. There were more. You can have more if you want. There's Pollyannas really show you how to do that. So look them up on the 19th of the 4th, 21. Do you know that woman felt so much better after I finished that story, that exercise? And she was, oh, I never thought of it that way. Well, you can change everything just by focusing somewhere else. You can change how you feel. So, oh, Annie, you're here. It's lovely that you're here, darling. You missed last week, I know, but, well, you came in late, but it's nice to have you now. Thank you for being here. And the sun is starting to shine, and I hope you're all enjoying being outside as well as cozy indoors. So let's give ourselves a chance to heal. Where's the one I was going to show you? Oh, yes, heal your past self. That's what I thought about just before I came on today. It's like having a time machine. And you could go back to a time where it wasn't so good. And you imagine looking at yourself and holding yourself. And you're telling yourself, this is okay, you're going to get through this. So it's self-support, self-nurturing, and it heals you on a very deep level. So that one, Heal Your Past Self, is on a Tibet Nan on the 11th of the 9th, 23. And as I say, it's like a time machine. And the 4 sentences you say really help to heal you, I say. Heal you with words. Heal you with a feeling of it's okay. And then you come back into this present moment, and here is where you can be happy right now. So those are just a few things that I've offered, and I know that they will help you because they've helped me. Everything I make up, I invent is for me, and I share it, and everyone gives me feedback and they tell me how great they feel, or you know, whatever's going on, they feel better. So I want to give you a feeling of peace, and for you to attract more peace and happiness, and you've got to feel it on the inside first. Okay, so going back to nurturing yourself, you know, giving yourself that hug emotionally and physically if you can, then there's a lovely symbol I've got that I've channeled through. I know you've had this one before, but it is a nice one for this particular subject. I've also got an affirmation for you as well. So the affirmation is, I give myself the things I need from others. Quite a lot of the time we want everyone else to give us what we need that we didn't get before, or it was ruined, or whatever happened in our lives. Why should I have to give it to myself? I should have this. No, you've got to give it to yourself. I give myself the things I need from others, whatever that is. One of my clients gives herself a duvet day, or, you know, she has a chicken soup day or whatever. You know, it's kind of, people nurture themselves with all different things, food or time for themselves or walking in the park or whatever, you know. So it's good to give yourself that hug, give yourself that attention, that love that we're looking for from other people, okay? Going back to the symbol, this is a way of doing it. It's, yes, yeah, it's self-support, self-nurturing, comfort and self-support. I don't know what I wrote on my own symbol. So this is comfort and self-support. This triangle represents all parts of us, like the higher self, ourselves, our inner child. It's a team of being yourself. So you're aware of your inner child and you're supporting yourself. So this is a very strong symbol, okay? A vegan chicken soup dough. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, darling. But yeah, you can get fake soups. Yeah, absolutely. But it's about feeling nurtured by whatever gives you that feeling of being, you know, it might be a memory of food that your mother might, you know, used to make or whatever. A lot of people have that association. So it's another way of nurturing yourself, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, hi, Vanda. You're here too. Thank you, darling. So back to the symbol. There's your triangle. That represents unity. Then you've got, this is a really nice one to do every day, I think, until Christmas is over. So then you've got the S. You can see that, you can remember what it looks like, and it curls in to give you that feeling of support. Okay, so comfort and self-nurturing. There's your comfort and self-nurturing. There. And you're tucked inside like a baby in a womb. It's a way of protecting you as well. So if you were to just think of that symbol and draw it in the air, maybe comfort, or maybe in front of a mirror. So you've got comfort and self-nurturing. You give that to yourself every day and you're going to feel so much better. And if you happen to be in a family meeting or friends, or you're feeling that loneliness inside or lack or whatever it is, or pressure, then just give yourself this symbol over and over again. And you're giving yourself what you need from other people. A sense of peace, a sense of nurturing. It's lovely. You're attracting more of it too. Nice. So that's a good way of doing that. Whatever comforts you, you know, do that. Spend more time with yourself. Give yourself that healing. And maybe listen to some of the talks I've just said. I give myself the things I need from others. Whatever that will do to make you happy, whether it's meditation or time on your own or whatever brings you joy. Nurture yourself and feel you deserve it. I know we've got 2 more Tea with Nans before Christmas, but I thought I'd give you this one now just so you can start doing that. Start getting used to that. Prepare yourself. This is going to make me feel, probably trigger me when I get to this family meeting or when I'm out with people. Sometimes the loneliest times are when you're out with people. You look at other people and you see their families and you might compare yourself. That's when it can feel lonely. So go inside, hold your own inner child's hand and nurture yourself with that symbol, or that any of these exercises that I've given you would be really good for you. And remember, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And be like me, you know, you can be like me, being in the moment. You can choose. If I was to write all those experiences down, you'd probably need a box of hankies. But I'm not, as I say, I'm not a victim to those feelings. I'm a master of them, only because I changed the way I look at things. And if you can just have the strength to do that, because sometimes it's not easy, but you're healing as you're giving yourself that love and nurturing and staying in the moment. And what can you give yourself right now? And take the pressure off yourself and see the positives. You know, that's going to help you for next year as well, and so forth. So I think I've said almost everything. I'm looking at my board. It's very busy on that board. So think of how perhaps that feeling of being really calm inside you for a moment. Maybe get that book of gratitude and write all the things that make you feel happy. The memories as well. If you're, as I say, if you're suffering loss, then write down all the good memories from the people or the person you miss. And I mean, I do that with my mother, actually. I had a wonderful mum. And when she left, it left a big hole in my heart. And I thought, I'll never enjoy Christmas again. But I did. I remembered all the beautiful things that we did. And that put me into a very happy place, because you're still experiencing the love from that person. And there's lots of ways to make yourself feel happy. You know, do whatever makes you happy. And if it is writing in your gratitude book, you've got more and more you can put in there after Christmas. And then build it up and be feeling more at ease with the whole season. You know, Christmas feelings can be, as you know, challenging, and they can be mixed feelings. So let's just enjoy every little thing that we've got around us right now. The family you love, you know, the Christmas parties or presents or little gifts that you give yourself or other people. You know, the things we take for granted. I love my Christmas tree in there. I love all the lights on it. And my inner child feels good when she looks at that. And I feel happy when I'm looking at all those beautiful lights around me. So whatever it is that brings you a feeling of love or happiness, do more of that. And perhaps do some of the talks like I've said. Go back and heal yourself from things that weren't so good. Come back into this moment. But you need to listen to that talk to get the sentences that you say to yourself, as if you have a time machine. I've done it. I made it up. I've done it, and it's brilliant. So yes, so it's Heal Your Past Self on the 11th and the 9th, 23. And I think that's one of the most powerful talks I've ever done, because as I say, it works if you're brave enough to do it. If not, if it doesn't suit you, then just do the symbol, give yourself the hug, and realize that, you know, now is the moment that you can choose to be happy despite what's going on or what you have had or lost in the past. Okay, so I know that's an interesting subject this time, because a lot of people are going to be thinking, oh yeah, but but we still have a choice right now. And right now, you can just embrace what's good for you. Thank you, Nancy, says Val. Can't wait for Christmas this year. I know, it's lovely. Think of all the things we have, not what we haven't, okay? Anything can happen from that, because if you're happy, you're attracting more happiness. And Jane, you're here. Lovely for joining me. Thank you. Thank you very much. I knew we just missed it now. I've been waffling on for 25 minutes. So rewind, listen to this. And I wish you all a peaceful Christmas, a happy, stress-free Christmas, you know, Christmas without any tears. But I will be on next week and the week after. And before I go, I was thinking that perhaps you could choose the subject that I talk about. You know, something you think is relevant for Christmas time, maybe. And so email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. And if you've got any ideas about what you would like me to talk about, and I can do that either next week, week after, or in the new year. So that would be great. Just email me what you'd like me to help you with. That would be my pleasure. And please share this with other people. You never know. They might just need one of the tools I've suggested to keep their emotional balloon high. You never know. Oh, Julie. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I am very Christmassy. Thank you very much, Julie. I bought this in a second-hand shop and I absolutely love it. It's very childlike. And I thought, yeah, I'll be a bit Christmassy today because, of course, it's the mood that we put ourselves in, isn't it? So, Julie, I hope you're very well. And, you know, people love their Christmas jumpers, don't they? I go all over the place and they're just lit up. Gives us a chance to have a focus of smiles and joy, and we all compliment each other on what we're wearing. It's lovely. And it is a feeling that we can promote more of and spread through the world by collective consciousness. So the more you're jolly and happy and peaceful inside, the more the rest of the world will feel it. And hopefully you'll all have, as I say, a beautiful, beautiful time at Christmas. I'd like that. And that would make me feel very happy if I've influenced you in some way. Remember the Pollyannas, there's always a positive from every negative. So, you know, try and find them, try and heal yourself, nurture you. And I'll be back next week with your subject if you want to tell me what you want me to talk about. I'm very happy to do that. And if not, I shall just find something. Have a lovely week, guys. Keep smiling, keep seeing the positives, and heal yourself with what I've suggested. Lovely. You take care, everybody, and I shall see you soon. Bye. Lots of love to all of you. Bye.